The Sports Scouting Report with Lee King. Brought to you by Medine's Collision Center in Baton Rouge. Take control, choose Medine's. Grosse Savant Lodge, south of Lake Charles, the true sportsman's paradise. Treads and Care Company in Central, the tires you need, the service you want. Harvey Auto in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you have trusted for years. And Gage in Baton Rouge. Get better connected with Gage. Here's your host, Lee King.
Hi everyone, I'm Lee King, your host of the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We've got a great guest today. You saw his teammate in the last show, Jordan Matthews, Woodlawn. It's Rickie Collins is going to join us in a minute, quarterback from Woodlawn, committed to LSU. Big time, multi-athlete, all sports just about at one point before football really kicked off. This kid is one of the hottest quarterbacks in the country. His senior year, he really came into his own. He's got a great arm. He can move, he can run, and a leader, and a smart kid, and really mature, just like Jordan Matthews. But I want to go ahead and introduce Rickie Collins. Rickie, thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you.
How many of these have you done so far? A few?
Yeah, it's countless.
Countless? How, your mom's here.
Yes.
That's a good thing. Mm-hmm. You glad recruiting's over?
It was a good journey. I mean, it was fun, but yeah, I am glad it's over. Glad to have my home and to be home and stay home.
Tell me about Purdue and tell me the story about how the Purdue thing ended up early when you were committed. But did you go visit or did you commit before you visited? How did all that work out?
So I took an unofficial first. I took two unofficial before I committed. And, I mean, no knock on Purdue. That's a great program, great coaching staff. I mean, still family. They still reach out and ask me about – they still reached out just throughout the season, asked about the season, how I was doing. I mean – it's still like family up there with a lot of coaches. I created bonds that's probably not going to be broken throughout the process. So good to have those people in my corner. But ultimately, it just didn't work out. And situations happen. But I found my home, and that is home. So
nothing like home.
Yeah, nothing like home.
Nothing like home cooking. Mom can come like 10 minutes away to go see you play. Was she really happy when you changed to LSU, your mom?
I mean, I say she was going to be happy regardless. She was supportive of my decision if I was going 13 hours away or 10 minutes away.
Right.
So I think distance wasn't a factor in none of my decisions.
I tell you what, Indiana food's a lot different than Louisiana food, though, right?
Oh, it definitely is. It definitely is.
No offense. Hey, I'm sure they got good food, but
Yeah.
It's not the same. Now, tell me about your LSU commitment. How did that happen for you? Who was the coach that really played the biggest part in your commitment to LSU? What coach?
Coach Long played the biggest part in my commitment. He recruited me when he was at La Tech, and our relationship never died out. I mean, he was still making a great push for me even at La Tech, and I kind of applaud that and I like that about him. But he came to LSU. He was the first. I'm pretty sure I was the first person that he contacted, and our relationship just grown and it continued to grow.
I met Sloan 7 years ago. I was trying to get Sloan a job when he was leaving Tech before LSU, but we had breakfast in San Antonio at a coaches convention. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's a character.
He always recruited Baton Rouge, like you said. He signed a lot of great players at Tech. I think he's the reason they were winning so long because he was one of the mastermind behind everything.
Oh yeah, he's a good coach. I mean, he's a real player. He's a player coach, I believe. I mean, whatever best for the player, he's going to do.
What do you think of Jaden Daniels and how he's improved since Arizona State coming to Louisiana?
I feel like he's always been capable to do what he's doing now. But, I mean, I feel like like you said, he just come from Arizona State. He just had to make the transition to the SEC.
We're going to take a break, come back with more Rickie Collins. I'm going to ask Rickie about what he thinks about the season with LSU, the A&M game. I think they're going to win the A&M game. Yeah. And then Atlanta, what he thinks about Georgia. I think they're going to win that one too. I do. I think Georgia's good. Don't get me wrong, but hey, Georgia lost some games in the past, and they haven't been winning long. So they're not Alabama quite yet. But we'll be right back. Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now.
They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Welcome back. You're watching the Sports Scouting Report. I'm your host, Lee Brikeen. We got Rickie Collins with us, quarterback, Woodlawn, class of 223 senior, committed to LSU. Great young man. We met Jordan Matthews in our last show, his teammate. I got to ask you this, and I know his daddy's sitting here, your mom's here, but you're not going to stop recruiting Jordan, right, for LSU?
I mean,
in a smart way, like you ain't gonna bug him or anything.
No, I would never do that. I mean, I feel like I kind of backed off of it. I mean, since it's so close, because he is enrolling early, so I was like, he's pretty locked in with Tennessee, and I can see that. And that, I mean, he made a great decision with going there. I mean, that's a great program. They're going to develop him well, and he's going to thrive in that system.
Unless he comes to you, then you'll be
all about it. If he decides to change his mind, we won't. We're all open arms. But like I said, he's made a great decision. His family was behind him with that. That's going to be a great fit for him.
Rickie, for LSU fans, when is your actual official visit to LSU?
December 16th through the 18th weekend, but I am enrolling early.
You're going to enroll early? All right.
Sir.
Boy, that has helped a lot of quarterbacks.
Yes, it did.
Learning the system, most of all, because then you're not really a freshman anymore. Speaking of recruiting, is there any guys that you're trying to help LSU get at this point with visiting some of the games?
There's a lot of talent that we didn't see come through for visits, and we just got Wallace Foster out of New Orleans.
Yeah, Warren Easton.
And I mean, he's a good player. Right now, we still trying to get Desmond Ricks and Taviano and Nicholas Harper. Those are just the guys. I feel like they make a priority for to get. If we get those guys, we always thrive. I mean, can't have enough.
Now, Taviano's from Arlington Martin in Texas, around Dallas. What do you think of his game? What do you think of him?
He's long, he's fast. I mean, from what I've seen, he's a heady player. He just one of those people that just has a natural knack to make a play all the time.
What's the chances you think of him coming?
Very high.
You talk to him a lot?
Every time he visits, we communicate, and I get good feedback. I'm pretty sure everybody else does. He's a good player. I mean, we would love to have him.
Did you see the video of him leaving the stands in the Alabama game?
Oh, I was with him. I was right
you were with him? You were right behind?
I was with him.
So y'all took off. They had a video of you and him taking off as soon as that play was called to go for two. Y'all were on the field first, just about, huh?
We was all out there. I mean, all the recruits was there. It was a great feeling. I feel like if there had to be a game for a recruit to be at, there'd be the game.
What was that like for you to see? I mean, that was one of the best games I've ever been to.
Like I said, it was just a so real moment. It felt like I was the one who made the pass. I was like, it was fun. I mean, a lot of people, you can't get a better experience than college football.
How many people actually went on the field? About 80,000 when it was over?
I don't even know.
It was a bunch,
I just know I ended up in the locker room. I don't know how I got in there, but it was a great feeling.
You went through the whole feeling like one of the teammates, like you said.
It was fun.
Do you have a favorite LSU player currently besides Jaden? Anybody you like hanging with or visiting with when you visit? LSU player-wise?
I mean, I know a lot of guys on the team, and I played against some guys on the team, so I'm just going into a big brotherhood. That's how I'm kind of looking at it, and I'm looking forward to making new relations and building bonds.
Now, Harbor's the one people are trying to figure out, the big kid from Maryland, the track superstar. What do you think of him?
Like we was talking earlier, he's just one of those guys. He's just a freak of nature. He's just God-given. All his talent is God-given. You can't teach it, and you can't work for it. I say, like, he just got to be given that, and he's one of a kind.
Good chance they'll get him, you think?
I think so. I mean, we're high on his list. I think he's out of us in Michigan, and I feel like we can beat out Michigan any day.
I think so, too. I think Michigan should have lost the other day. I don't think they beat Ohio State. What do you think?
Oh, no. No.
Now, I want to ask you when we come back, should USC be above LSU in the rankings? I don't think so. And they jumped LSU. But in the end, I think they're going to go with the conference champions in the end for the playoff spots. That's my opinion. We'll talk a little high school football. I want to ask Rickie what he thinks of the Catholic Edna Carr game, his opinion on that. I know Rickie knows some of those Catholic high guys in Baton Rouge. Edna Carr is no slouch. We'll be right back.
What does that bug man do?
Not only do we do pest control, we do odor control, bat removal, moisture control, rodents, and of course, bed bug control. Give the bug man a call. We get them before they get you.
Welcome back. You're watching the Sports Scouting Report. I'm your host, Lee Brikeen. I want to thank the Giulio brothers Italian restaurant that allows us to host this show. You see the menu in the back. If you like real Italian food, like homemade, it's the best pizza in town, I believe. Chicken Parmesan, veal, the bread. They got the best garlic bread in Baton Rouge. I used to think, I don't want to say the other name of the place. This is the best garlic bread. Do you like garlic bread?
Yeah, I do.
It is the best. Now, we all need the gum and everything out, but
Yeah.
it is the best garlic bread in Baton Rouge. Rickie Collins joins us again, Woodlawn. Rickie, speaking of LSU, USC jumped LSU. That's just the regular rankings.
Mm-hmm.
In the playoff system, LSU's in the top 6. What do you think of the A&M game, in your opinion, this weekend?
That's going to be a good game for us just to be going into Georgia. I mean, A&M hasn't had the season. I think they'll say they won it, but they still have a lot of talent. And, I mean, A&M is going to be A&M. They have a good coach in Jimbo Fisher. Like I said, they have a lot of talent. So just getting confidence and going into Georgia game, that's going to be big.
Nobody's given LSU a chance to beat Georgia. What's your opinion on it?
It's doable. I mean, I say the same thing when they play Alabama. I mean, Alabama's still Alabama, but we did it. And Georgia's going to come and play Georgia football. They're going to play fast and physical, and they're going to be heady. So, I mean, it's very doable. We just got to come and play our game.
You going to try and go to Atlanta?
Yeah, I want to go there.
Got to ask Mom, huh?
Right.
See if Mom will let you go. I mean, I would think a lot of recruits are going to try to go. LSU's got a lot of Georgia commitments. They're going to probably be in the stands.
Yeah.
They've got 5 kids from Georgia
Yeah, we
committed
do.
right now. What do you think of that Georgia group? I mean, they must love LSU a lot.
Yeah, they do. I mean, every time I go, I see them, and their class out of Georgia they're different. I mean, they're great talent. They all have their own spark and their own way of doing it, and they do it well.
You ever brag on Louisiana high school football with these other states, like the kids from like Texas or California? I think
I
Louisiana could handle its own, right?
We definitely can, like simply with just the talent that we have in the Baton Rouge area. I mean, but those states they have great football, but our football, I feel like it's different because I mean, we getting it from a different place and we're playing for different reasons. So I feel like it's more hard nosed.
Rickie, what do you think of the idea of playing in front of 100,000 fans? I mean that when you really think about it, I mean high school, what, 10,000 maybe, 8,000? Maybe.
Give or take, probably a little bit more.
8 to 10, 15, college, 100,000. That's a lot of noise. And you experienced it as a recruit in the sidelines, in the stands. But you're ready for that though, right?
Yeah, I feel like I was kind of born to play on that stage, and my talents had to be shown on that stage, and that's just how God path for me, and that's why He wanted me to do.
What do you think of the college game? What do you think you need to work on once you get to college? Because in high school, it's a little easier when you're gifted. Like you got an arm, you can run, you got the whole package. But what do you think you need to work on at the next level, in the SEC level? That's a whole nother level, but that level.
Well, simply just, I feel like my biggest adjustment is not going to be protecting myself and being able to make reads, because like you said, it is easy at the high school level when you have talent, but it was a hard adjustment for me. Coach Randall and Coach Douglas helped me a lot with being able to protect myself and read defenses and diagnose things. But I feel like just catching up with the speed of the game, because it's going to change every time you go up a level and enter a new chapter.
What I like for you is you're going to have a 300-pound 6'5" O-line in college.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have an O-line in college that gives – because high school O-lines, they don't give you 5 seconds. Nobody has a great O-line in high school. You got some big O-lines, but in college, you're going to have an all-SEC O-line, which is going to help you a lot. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more Rickie Collins and ask him hobbies. He's got to have some hobbies, but I think it's sports. Maybe we'll find a hobby. We'll ask him when we come back.
Gros Savon Lodge, the true sportsman's paradise. Gros Savon Lodge has fresh and saltwater fishing, alligator hunting, waterfowl hunting, and eco tours located south of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Give them a call at 337-598-2357. That number to call again is 337-598-2357, and have the time of your life.
Welcome back. Lee Burkeen, your host, the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We got Rickie Collins, quarterback from Woodlawn in Baton Rouge. There's 2 Woodlawns. If you're watching Shreveport, they have a Woodlawn High School too. That's where Terry Bradshaw and Joe Ferguson played. James Gilliard, who was a teammate, I believe, a little bit with Rashawn Matthews, went to Woodlawn of Shreveport. Dennis Dunn coached there. He's now at North DeSoto. They're actually, speaking of playoffs, Ricky, I want to ask you this. Catholic High is hosting quarterfinals. Edna Carr. What do you think?
It's gonna be a good game. I mean, a lot of talent in that game on both sides of the ball. It's gonna be an action-packed game. It's gonna be one of those games probably gonna come down to who had the ball last, or who makes the least mistakes or make the most plays. Both have great coaches, and a lot of great players on the team.
You've played some good teams. I mean, Warren Eastons, the Scotlandvilles, the Zacharys. I mean, y'all have played East St. John. I mean, I watched y'all play East St. John Junior. It looked like it was nothing but a mud field, and that was a crazy game, by the way. But I mean, it's like Marcus Randall and the staff not scared of competition at all, and that's prepared you, right?
Just being able to play those guys, the teams and the caliber of players they have. I mean, it prepares you for anything and everything throughout the season because you play the best teams throughout the season. Mm-hmm. And I think that's that was our motto, that we wasn't feared and wasn't scared to play anybody.
Now, Shelton Sampson's going to be your teammate at LSU. That's kind of nice to have a Baton Rouge guy that's 6'4", 240 vertical with great hands. Mm-hmm. Going in there with you as a freshman, what do you think of Shelton's ability, just watching him as a player, as a friend?
Me and Shelton been playing together for a long time, 7-on-7, and been knowing each other for even longer. So, I mean, our connection and our chemistry is not going to be nothing foreign to each other. So, we'll just kind of pick up where we left off. I mean, we know each other's skill set, we know what each other likes and what we don't like.
That's the thing. When y'all enroll, y'all going to know. You're going to know when he makes that cut. He's going to know when you're going to release. And you don't even have to learn that.
Right.
And then y'all have Brown coming in from Florida, who's an All-American receiver.
Yes, sir.
He runs a 4.3, I heard.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
fastest,
incredible.
Fastest in Dade County.
He might be the punt returner for LSU next year as a true freshman.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Wouldn't mind that. So tell everybody right now, I mean, you've grown every year, height and weight. But you were always tall, I noticed, when you were a freshman. You were always 6'2" or 6'1". But right now, I mean, you're pushing 6'3" right now, right?
Yes, sir. I'll give it a take.
And everybody wants to know about weight, but you'll gain weight as you go on at LSU. But what do you weigh now?
190.
And they'll probably get you like Jaden's 200, but Jaden was 180 coming out of high school, 6'3". He don't even look 200. He looks like he's 180 now, doesn't he?
It's good weight.
Good weight, yeah, good football weight. Anything about LSU, Mike the Tiger, anything that sticks out that you enjoy when you go visit? Anything like classrooms, what do you like about the school, LSU?
Just the culture and the family feel that you have on campus. I mean, everyone knows you, especially, like even I'm a recruit and everyone knows me. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing yet, but everyone do knows each other, and everybody just so friendly around the campus. It's just like a family.
Now, I learned something about you in an hour that you've been here because Mama told me. She said it. She cook. You cook. That's a hobby.
Yeah.
You said you can cook anything, right?
Yes, sir.
You even cook for your mom.
Mm-hmm.
What's your best dish that you cook a lot? Is there one?
I don't really have a best dish, but a dish that a family always asks me to do is they always ask me to boil. So I feel like I boil pretty well. I can boil meat, crawfish.
Whoa. You boil crawfish? You got the big crawfish pot and all that stuff?
Yes, sir.
Wow. I don't know any teenagers doing that. That's pretty good. You do the potatoes,
I do
corn,
the whole nine.
Sausage,
corn.
You throw all that in there,
Shrimp.
onions?
Everything.
Shrimp, there you go. I like the shrimp in the bowl. Man, you're doing it right, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to go to LSU and you're going to eat like a king in that new.
Yeah, I ain't going to have to cook.
You don't have to cook at all. That is like a Piccadilly on campus at LSU. But any final thoughts before we go, Ricky? Anybody you want to do a shout out to that gets you where you are today? Anybody you want to mention?
Really my family, my coaches, and everybody that I done met through my journey and my process that helped me get to where I am. Just want to thank those guys, and I obviously thank LSU for giving me the opportunity.
Coach Sloan got a lot of PR today. Coach Kelly, the staff at LSU, they got a chance to get to the playoffs. I want to wish everybody, even though we're taping the show before Friday, a happy Thanksgiving. I wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You and your mom. Rashawn Matthews is still here. I want to wish him a happy Thanksgiving. And his son, Jordan. Nolan, our producer. And the show, we do have a show, which will be this gentleman right here, this young man. It will be our show. It'll be up either Thursday or Friday. We're going to have a way. Nolan's going to be able to put it up before he eats his turkey, but we're going to have it planned. And then Wednesday's show, you probably have already seen because we taped this one. Jordan and also Rashawn Matthews. Everybody have a blessed Thanksgiving. We'll see everybody next week.
Thanks for listening to the Sports Scouting Report podcast with Lee King.